Hello friends, my name is Munish Patel. Today's topic is Java OOPS concept. In in this page, we will learn about the basic of OOPS, object-oriented programming language. The that provides may concepts such as inheritance, uh, data binding, polymorphism. The first we are discuss the Simula is considered the first object-oriented programming language. The programming paradigm where with everything is represent as object is known as a truly object-oriented programming language. Second one is a small talk. It is considered a first truly object-oriented programming language. The popular object-oriented programming language is Java, C++, PHP, Python, C hash. It, the main aim of object-oriented programming language is implement real-world initial for the example abstraction, inheritance, and polymorphism. OOPS. What is OOPS? The object-oriented programming system. The object. Object means the real world. It means such as pen, car, car table, a computer, watch in object-oriented methodology or paradigm to design as a program used to classes and object simplifies software maintenance by providing some concept. First object, second is class, interfaces, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation. A part of this concept, there are the some of terms which are used in object-oriented designing: coupling, fusion, association, aggregation, and composition. Then OOPS is encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, and class. Then object. First, we are discussing the object. The entity that we has to state the behavior is known as object. For example, car, pen, table, keyboard, bike can be a physical or logical, and the object can be defined as the instance of classes. An object continue as the address and take up some of space in memory. Object can communicate with knowing the details such as the author, data, or code. The only necessary things is types of message, except that types of response to written by the object. Second, that's the example. A dog is a object because it has to states like a color, name, as well as a behavior like wagging the tails, breaking, eating. That's it. Second is class. The collection of object is called as class. It is a logical entity. A class can also be defined as a blueprint of which you can create a individual object class do a space. Third one is inheritance. When an object acquires the all properties and behavior of a parent of objects, it's known as inheritance. uh, Reusability is the use for the achieve runtime polymorphism. Polymorphism, if your task is performed in different ways of known as a polymorphism. For the example, convenience, the customer differently to draw something. For example, shape, triangle, and rectangle. In a Java, we use two methods: overloading methods and overriding methods to achieve a polymorphism. The another example can be speak sometimes. For example, can't speak, meow, dog breaks, oof, oh. Third one is abstraction. The hiding the internal details we show in the functionality is known as abstraction. For example, phone calls inheritance processing. In Java, we are abstract class is inheritance to achieve abstraction. Fourth one is encapsulation. Binding or whipping code and data together in a single unit are known as encapsulation. For that example is capsule. It is a vapor with different medicines. Okay. A Java class is an example of encapsulation. Java been in a fully encapsulated by because all members are private here. The fourth one is coupling. The coupling refers to knowledge for information for the dependency of other class. It is arrives in a class. Class each other in a class has to details information of another class. There is a strong coupling in Java. Provided in a public modifier of display, that is a visibility level of class is a field you can use inheritance vector coupling because there are no correct implementation. Fifth one is chosen. Chosen is a reference to that the component which is a perform a single different task, and a single define a task is done by the highly choosive methods. With a weekly choosive methods, we have to split an task into the separate part in Java. Choosive package is because it has to the package is highly choosive package because we have to related to classes and interfaces. However, the Java util package is a weekly choosive package because it is understand class and interfaces. The sixth one is association. Association represent as a relationship between the objects. Here the objects can be associated with the object or may the object. There are the four association between the object: one to one, one to may to one, and may to one. That is a object language. It is a understand the relationship with a real time. And example for the country can have to prime minister to let understand the relationship and real time. Example for the one country has one prime minister one to one, and a prime minister can have to may minister one to may. Also MPs can be have to prime minister is a may to one, and may to minister can have to may different may to may. Okay, associations can be directional and directional. Seven aggregation. Aggregation may to have to achieve associations. Aggregation represent the relationship. Their object continue the order object and a part. We relation between the object also term has two relationship in Java. The inheritance represent is the relationship is another way to reuse object. Seventh one is compositions. The composition also way to achieve the association. The composition represent the relationship where the continuum object with the part the state. A strong relationship between the continue. They are depends object state to have two independent the existence. If you deleted the present object, all the child object will deleted automatically. Advantages of OOPS over the procedure oriented programming language. OOPS is a mix to develop all the maintenance procedure oriented programming language. It is not too easy to make to code. Grow object size increases. Secondly, also provides the hiding is a procedure oriented programming language and global data can be associated from anywhere. Thank you.